seems that there is an issue at hand here. This issue is that people have no concept of quadrants. Okay, so I know that you guys aren't trolls and you don't quite get it because quadrants aren't a human thing. But you try to, and the trying part is it's culturally okay. That's very sensitive. That's very culturally sensitive. That's good. That's good. But you mess it up a lot, and that's not good. Okay, so I spend time on the internet, which has been set up here. God knows what reason, godforsaken reason, the internet was set up here. But it was, and I spent a lot of time on it. A lot. There's some scary things there. There's some terrifying fucking things there. But the scariest by far is people seem human. You seem to think that you have a grasp on the quadrants, and you don't. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. So I'm here. I'm the master of this, okay? And I'm here to set you people fucking straight. As straight as you can be, since you all seem to be some weird human concept. I don't understand any of it. But I do understand quadrants. And so I'm gonna help you guys with that. Okay. Everything is convoluted and ridiculous. Most trolls don't get it. Okay, most trolls don't get quadrants, but it's natural for them, right? It's natural. It's not natural for humans. So you guys try, but you fail a lot. Let's start with the basics. There are four quadrants. I think most people can grasp that since they are called quadrants. There's 4 of them, okay? And they're split up, and people seem to forget that they're split up 2 ways. Okay, my camera died there. The basics. There's 4 quadrants. Most people get that. Most people get that they're split up into red and black. But a lot of people seem to forget that they're also split up into concupiscent and conciliatory quadrants. Okay, so you've got the concupiscent quadrants, which are in charge of, reproduction. They are what those are the quadrants that you've got to have, or else when the drones come around, you're gonna get cold. Or you would if we were on Alternia. And then there's the conciliatory quadrants, which is, the ones that you don't do that with. You don't do that with those quadrants, and people sometimes forget that too. People forget that you don't pale your quadrants when those quadrants are conciliatory, because they're conciliatory. They're to concile you. They are not to reproduce with. I don't get why people keep trying to, make it seem like you are going to pale your morale. It's not what it's for. Have you ever heard the saying, pales before pales? And it's spelled differently, right? Because it's the pale quadrant. Keep that in mind. While it's not necessarily true, because red, wrong, your mate spirit is more important if the drones come around, if we were on Alternia anymore. But, pales and pales are not the same thing. Okay, got that covered? Got the difference between concupiscent and conciliatory relationships, because people forget that a lot. It's a big problem. You don't pale in the Morel or Auspicious quadrants. Okay? Alright, so now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to go and explain them all. Okay? So, on the red wrong side, you've got your Morel and your mate spirit. Okay? okay, it's red, it's the opposite way. Okay. Your Moriel and your mate spread. They both start with M. Can you remember that they go together? Yes, most of you can. Some people don't. I don't know why. I'm not going to try and explain it. But you've got your red rum. Those are based on pity. Those are based on pity. Pity. They are the happier quadrants. Okay? You've got your black rum quadrants. Your auspicious and your kismesis. They both end in cis. With an S. Okay, your two S's. And those are based off hate. Obviously, that's why they're called the black rom. Black. Hate. People don't get that, alright? So, you've got your mate spread. Your mate spread is what most people know. Your mate spread is what is closest to your human love. But here's actually no. We'll go into the difference between human love and quadrants later. Your mate spirit is your human love that you understand, right? It's pity. It's when you look at someone and they're pitiable, and it's really, that's what it is. You look at them and you want to help them. You think, this person, I want to help them. I like them, and I want to help them. And that's your mate spirit. Your Moriel, okay, a lot of people apparently don't get what a Moriel is. It's not a best friend. It's not a best bro, a la Dave Strider. Your Moriel is, at first, it's pale. It's a diamond. It's pale. And your Moriel is there to help protect others from you, and you from yourself. Okay? You and your Moriel are there to protect each other and those around you. That's why most high bloods have a low blood Moriel, because they're prone to, killing people. But, so you are to keep them calm, keep them safe, keep others around them safe from their issues, and you're kind of like opposites, you react to things different ways. So someone gets mad at you, you react one way. If someone gets mad at your Moriel, they react the opposite way. So you sort of balance each other out, it's a balance. Your Moriel is for balance, okay? It's not just a best friend. And you always know who your Moriel is, okay? So obviously that doesn't make it as easy to find them, because people will, think that someone's their Moriel, and they'll be like, oh, this is my Moriel. It's not, because you're wishing for it to be that way, because you want to be one, but you're not. There's a deep connection there, and that is important. Of course, that can change throughout your life, but it's there, okay? Okay? Do you understand? Are you getting this through your think pan? Your Moriel is not your best fucking friend. It's not your best friend, okay? There's a difference. It's to keep you and others safe. It's a balance. That's it. Going on to black wrong, you have your auspicious and your kismesis. I don't know which one to start with, because they're both so misconstrued. It's obvious, though. It's obvious, because humans don't understand having a relationship based off of hate. They don't get that you hate someone and you're in a relationship with them, which is why the black romance is so messed up in human perception. Okay, your think pans, they don't understand it. We'll start with the kismesis, because that's at least a little closer to human understanding. It doesn't have 3 people, okay? It doesn't have 3 trolls, 3 humans, 3 people. So, the kismesis, a relationship based on hate. It's a codependent relationship, okay? But it is not trying to kill someone. It is not abusive, okay? There's abusive relationships, and there's your kismesis. Your kismesis is not gonna be abusive, okay? There's a difference. Your kismesis is someone that you admire. You are going to admire them. You're going to like them, but they're gonna piss you off. They're going to always annoy you and always like distract you and just get under your skin, and you're always gonna be mad at them. But you're not gonna hate them. Not in the hate sense. You're not gonna try to kill them. That's a weird kink that people do, and you don't talk about that because it's not a good one. It's very frowned upon on Alternia, and people don't do it. Okay, don't. It's not a thing. It's not a fucking thing. Okay? It's someone that you admire, and you don't like that you admire them because they piss you off, and you don't know why. Like, they piss you off, and you would leave, but there's something about them that makes you stay and that you like, but you don't. It's someone you hate to love. You think they're great, they're wonderful, and it pisses you off. Why? Because that's how emotions work. Okay? Your auspicious. Your auspicious has 3 people. So you take 2 people. These 2 people are verging on to kismesis territory. They're verging onto black rom territory. But it would not be good. Maybe they're not good at being in that quadrant together. Maybe they would have been abusive to each other, but they're not. They're not yet, and that's the important part. Because once it goes into abusive kismesis territory, it's an abusive black rom relationship. It's not one that needs an auspicious. Okay, it's one where it starts to edge too far, or where if they got into that quadrant together, it would have problems with the people around them. Okay, for one reason or another. That's when the third person comes in. You've got the 2 people. The third person is the auspicious, and they mediate. They keep the peace between those 2 so that their emotions don't get out of hand, and it doesn't cause people to fucking die. Okay? The auspicious comes in, and they'll talk to one person, and then they'll talk to the other person, and then they'll get those people to talk to each other and not devolve into hate and being bitter at each other because it would be bad. Okay? The auspicious isn't someone that comes in for a threesome, which is fucking gross. That's fucking gross. And it's not someone that's always there, and it's not someone that comes in and fixes things between an abusive black rom relationship, because once that happens, it's just abusive, and it would have been an abusive auspicious too. So, auspicism. It would have been an abusive auspicism. Okay? There's a fucking difference. Your kismesis does not want to kill you, does not want to kill the people you love, and does not. Some people are incapable of it, okay? It's just not in there. They aren't capable of it. Moving on. Now that we've got the actual quadrants out of the way, here's the difference between human love and troll romance. Human love is somehow built up of all of the quadrants, but with one or sometimes multiple people. Okay, so they have the mate spritship. It's the closest to the thing that the humans understand. The thing humans understand the best is the mate spritship, because that's the most understanding. They see someone, they like them, they want to help them. It might not be based off of pity, which is what mate sprits are, but it's close enough. People understand it well enough. Trolls understand that aspect of human romance. What they don't get is how the human romance can hold all the quadrants at once. It's not vacillating. Vacillating is different. It's all mixed together. So your human date mate will, you know, they'll pale you and they'll kiss you, and but they'll also help you and let you talk about your feelings, and you'll have feelings jams with them, and which is something you do with your moral. And it's they will, you know, they will be your moral. They will protect you and keep you sane and not crazy. But there's also some weird aspect where you can get on each other's nerves and still be human in love. It doesn't change the name, which is really weird. It's really weird, okay? Because they will get on each other's nerves. They will call each other names. Humans will call each other names. And they'll piss each other off. And they'll get mad. And they'll argue. And they'll taunt each other. And they'll snark at each other. They'll be snarky. And it's still human love. It's still mixed in. They'll be like, oh, you fucking idiot, I love you. Which doesn't make any sense. They'll be like, oh, you're so weird and gross, you fucking dork. I love you. I do understand it. I don't, because I'm the king of romance. That's why. But most trolls don't. And most humans don't get how trolls split them up and how they can be separate from one another. Vacillating is complicated. Vacillation is when two partners are mate splits, and then they switch to being kismisses, because one person has red wrong feelings for the other, but the other has black wrong feelings for their partner. This means that they have to switch their feelings around, and sometimes they can't. So then the other person has to switch their feelings around. So they'll switch back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, which is really convoluted and freaking idiotic, right? But it's a thing. It's a normal thing. It happens in troll culture a lot, which is kind of stupid. But it does. And sometimes that other person will have a kismisses. So they'll have to switch their relationship with them to be a mate split, because you guys switch to be the kismisses. And you can't have more than one person in a quadrant. You can't have more than one quadrant filled by one person either, unless you are poly or pan quadrant, which I guess is similar to your human poly and pansexual and stuff, but it's not. It's not, because it's quadrants, not genders. Genders, is that the word? Is that the word? Is it genders? Comment and tell me what the word is, okay? Anyway, I hope that has been a good overview of just how convoluted and stupid troll romance is, and help you understand how to not make it what humans seem to think it is. And humans have a lot of trouble with fucking troll romance, but you know what? I'm here to help you. This has been an overview of this, and this is going to be a fucking series. Deal with it. Alright? There's gonna be more of these. You're gonna listen to them, and you're gonna fucking learn. You're gonna learn. That's all I have to say. I hope you learned something. And I hope you guys will stop being fucking idiots. Thank you. You should, what's the thing humans say at the end of this? Like, comment, and subscribe. I never watched the troll equivalent of YouTube. This was all Dave's idea, so I don't know what I'm doing. No, Dave, I'm not talking to myself again. I'm taking your stupid idea. You know, you kept complaining about how I was complaining about humans and their inability to understand quadrants. So now I'm making videos. Don't laugh at me, you nook wipe.